very, very high level.
Yep.
Definitely. I'm surprised HerO actually. Wait.
Yes.
Never mind. HerO at the last MLG just did work, but he didn't place as high as I would have thought. I thought he was gonna go top 3 for sure.
Yep.
He did get top 10.
Oh, excuse me, guys. The scoreboard is actually wrong. HerO is the Protoss player, and Sleep is the Zerg player. So that might be a little confusing. We'll have to switch that up later on. But
You get the gist of it.
yes, we all get the gist of it. So, anyways, Sleep here, the Zerg player that just won the last series against QXC. That was an epic round of games.
It certainly was.
He played really well, and it was quite impressive. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah,
And
I feel like if QXC had just done a few things differently, prepared more with his infrastructure, had the bunker loaded at his third on the gold, it's just like really little things I think that set him back so much, because Sleep is obviously one of those Zergs that just thrives off of counterattacks, harassment. I mean, he's all over the place. He's doing run-bys. He's hitting you with his mutas. So against that style, you just need to have a really solid base.
Yep.
And QXC is one of those like harass-oriented players. Their styles kind of clash.
Yeah, it does.
And
it just came down to who had the better control of their style.
I agree, yeah.
And HerO won.
Yes.
Sleep won, excuse me. I'm getting super confused with this scoreboard, but Sleep played very well. Let's not forget about how HerO played, though. HerO played against Sheth. It was a team versus liquid game. He played a very brilliant Protoss versus Zerg there.
Absolutely.
So HerO is coming off of a PvZ win. He's facing off against another Zerg. This time it is from Slayers. Slayers coming off a win from against a Terran player. So
you know what, though?
yeah,
We got Sheth and QXC, our foreign brethren, going in there and slugging it out with the Koreans, and they both took one super solid game off either of them, and the other games were decently close. I mean,
there was no shutouts or
the skill gap is closing.
I have to agree with you.
I think it is, man.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the foreigners are getting real good. It's just a matter of time, I think.
I couldn't agree more, man. I hope eventually we're gonna win an MLG this year, because we haven't won one yet.
No.
We've had 3 Koreans and 1 European: Naniwa, MMA MVP, and Bomber. We need a North American to win, but yeah. With all that in mind, let's see what happens here. It is going to be a Korean going on to the qualifier, or winning the qualifier here.
Absolutely.
And it does look like Sleep is going to come out with a couple of links here. Going to have to back up with the probe after doing a little bit of harass. Double chrono boost being used on the Stalker and the Warp Gate. No revelation as to the technology yet for HerO.
Nope. He does have both gas, though, and he hasn't added any subsequent gateways.
Stargate.
We might indeed see that once again. He did favor that against Sheth.
He did, absolutely.
Very early Stargate, followed by a slightly delayed expansion.
And he is going to do that.
I like this.
Yeah,
I actually really like this build from him. He's so good at finding those overlords. It's like peekaboo, but they're never hiding, you know? Yeah. I mean, he just always knows where the overlords are.
Yeah. Well, he is going to get that Void Ray out almost immediately, I'm sure, and then follow up with some Phoenixes. This tower over here does feature the extinguishing lifespan, so the longer you hold it, the less it'll be alive. And Zerglings are going to take control of that for now, but does Sleep have any inkling as to the fact that there is a Stargate coming up? In fact, is it double Stargate? No. A gateway following up after the Stargate. No Overlord.
Oh, really? The Xelnaga has a lifespan?
It does, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
It's actually featured in a lot of the GSL versions of this map.
Yeah. I've seen it on GSL before. I just didn't know that that's what it was. I always thought it was like some tooltip on the map or something. That's
until
sweet,
it falls apart and dies.
God, what a noob I am.
I actually feel like right now HerO should, I don't know, killing this off, there's pros and cons to both. I feel as a Zerg player, that tower is really helpful in the mid game because you can see that 2-base push that comes for the Protoss a little earlier, but he's going to take it and destroy it anyways.
How long
It's about to die.
is the timer?
Maybe less than 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty quick.
Oh, for the overall time, it's like a minute or 2. But right now, what's left standing is about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds?
About maybe a minute. I don't know.
I actually really like that take on the Xelnaga. I feel like the Xelnaga is just way too revealing of a peekaboo map-based thing anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm a big proponent of more interactive maps, and this I think is a cool interactive feature, the extinguishing life on the tower.
Oh, I remember in Brood War, they had like the Dark Swarms and
that's
the
what I'm talking
eggs
about.
and stuff.
Coliseum, where you could kill off the assimilators, blocking your natural to your main, and then it would make it impossible to move units in between.
Mm-hmm.
All those interactive things were really fun to watch. So
Yep.
hopefully we'll see more. I don't know. But that Void Ray is saying, playing a little hide and go seek right now, looking for some more overlords. But no overlords on the left side of the map. And for now, at least, it looks like HerO does have a link, scouts the Nexus, so he knows that HerO is going for that Stargate into Nexus.
Yeah. And he's now securing his front door, following it up with those Phoenixes. He likes to chrono boost those out. We have 2 right now. Is he going to get a third? Probably. Still just looking for overlords right now, but he's got to get that Void Ray in position to potentially do some damage here. It's headed across the map right now as we speak.
Yep.
And he's going to head over there. Oh, he could potentially deny this third. There are no units over there right now.
Trajectory looks like it's going to cut in between the main and the 12, though, so it looks like it's going towards the 1
Knowing
o'clock.
HerO, though, he'll probably dart up to the third, take a quick pick.
No doubt, no doubt.
Quick peek.
Peekaboo, I see you.
A queekaboo.
Queekaboo. Well, he's going to actually go right into the main first. Wow, look at this.
Not checking the third.
No gas yet. No lair yet. Only 1 gas operating for Sleep. Interesting. He's not going to have any anti-air to deal with this Save the Queen. Finally now getting a second and third gas and a Spore Crawler.
Here come the Phoenixes, though. And he's going to bring that Void Ray back in, picking up the Queen out in front right here. The Void Ray headed over there to assist right now. I don't know why he's killing a Spine Crawler. He might charge up on that and then go after the other Queen. He needs to lift that Queen up. That Queen will go down as well. The Void Ray is fully charged now. And HerO has the potential to do a lot of damage here. He almost always finds a way to sneak in there and get that Void Ray charged up.
You know what's so deadly about HerO's build is the fact that he goes for 1 Stargate, reveals the Void Ray, and then immediately goes into Nexus. Most Zergs seeing that think, hey, it just looks like a single Void Ray and he's expanding. He's not going to continue producing air units. And then, surprise, here comes 4 or 5 Phoenix, and then you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
It's a really nice build.
Absolutely.
And his micro with the Phoenix is so good.
And he continues to pick off tech structures over and over and over. Here he's going to
+1 Carapace.
potentially deny or delay the +1 Carapace, forcing so many of those Spore Crawlers. This Spore Crawler going to try and get in there, but I think he's going to find a sweet spot above. And he will be able to take that out. Evo Chamber's going to go down.
That's huge. He can't build any more Spore Crawlers without an additional Evo Chamber. His Hydralisk Den very delayed. He could have got that up right away when the lair was finished, but he didn't. And so the Hydra Den delayed. Now actually getting a Spire as well. Man, this is a tough spot for Sleep. HerO still hasn't scouted the 12, but he's immediately making his way up there, and he's going to see those
Oh,
drones.
God. He could absolutely wreak havoc here. He might just ignore the Spore altogether and just go in there and do damage. He could also harass these drones. He has enough Phoenixes now that he could just dive bomb in there, but I think he's going to settle with taking out the hatchery, and I feel like Sleep is just largely unprepared for dealing with this.
Asleep right now?
Yeah, he has Hydras on the way.
It's the thing is, it's so surprising to see a Protoss go for 1 Stargate in a Nexus and then have a bunch of Phoenix coming out.
Is it though?
I mean, like,
I feel like it's Zergs have to be aware of this by now. We see so many Protoss players doing it.
We see HerO doing it a lot.
Yeah,
It's
other
like,
Protosses too, dude. Like, all over the place. It's just that HerO finds a way to do way more damage with it, and I don't know why that is. It seems to me like a lot of the people he's playing against aren't prepared for it.
Yeah, well, it seems to me like Sleep just didn't anticipate all the Phoenix, and he said, you know what, I don't need to layer this early. I don't need that extra gas to get Hydras right away.
You know what it could be?
What's up?
He's getting the Stargate so much earlier. A lot of times we see players expand and then drop the Stargate. He's dropping the Stargate and then expanding.
I feel like that expansion right after the Stargate is the sneakiest part about it, because Zerg players are thinking, he's expanding. I don't think he's going to come at me with a bunch of air forces. It's just not, it's not that common, I feel like.
What?
For all those air units to come out of 1 Stargate after the expansion.
Oh, well.
To me, it just seems like a very...
I mean, it's definitely something that Protoss players have been utilizing a lot lately. The only thing that I can think of to explain why HerO has been doing so much damage with it is because HerO goes for the Stargate before the expansion. So he's able to get that Void Ray out much earlier, and he can potentially supply block the Zerg right off the bat, killing those 2 Overlords, which delays you a little bit, and then he brings out those Phoenixes and chrono boosts them. So he gets the Phoenixes out so fast as well. He chrono boosts all of them, and then I think the timing he's hitting comes much earlier than Zergs are used to dealing with.
Well, it
has to be.
It could be one or the other. I mean, it's It's certainly a very interesting build coming out from HerO right now. But Sleep has stabilized. He's finally got some anti-air out, some Hydras and Corruptors. Should be able to deal with the Phoenix army pretty easily. But that is a very large Phoenix army. It's about 8 or 9 strong right now. A single Spore Crawler will be able to deflect it for now. But meanwhile, it looks like HerO is going for the expansion down on the south side. And Sleep still on 3 bases. Is he going to try to make a push?
I don't know.
He is.
I don't know what he has the Overseer for right now. Maybe he's worried about DTs or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's just good, solid play in general. DTs can wreck Hydras so easily, so he's just making sure that that's not the case.
And just, yeah, maybe looking for an Observer snipe as well. He does have those Corruptors out, so he can use those to deal with these Phoenixes. The Phoenixes just holding map control right now, surfing around, making sure nothing is out of the ordinary.
Oh my god, we might have a base race. Looks like HerO's gonna pull back to save his expansion.
Oh
no! Half the Phoenix numbers going down right there. HerO losing a lot of his Air Force, and it looks like Sleep couldn't be happier about that. Gonna make a push in here. Could take out the Forge at the front door, delaying the +1 weapons, but the 2 Colossus arrive. And oh my god, the Hydra's in the front, and the Roach is not in position to tank for the Hydras. Means that the Colossus is gonna laser down a lot of forces. And I think HerO's gonna be able to hold out here. And oh no, Sleep gonna lose everything. Not even gonna get the +1 weapon, +1 armor. Big hit. A Colossus does go down though.
He did manage to get 2 Colossus actually, but he
didn't do enough damage.
I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. He did kill those 2 Colossus. He killed quite a few Gateway units, but obviously HerO is gonna hold on here. He's not gonna get taken out by this. And he's going to macro out of it. Both players on 3 base right now, though, and I think that really favors HerO.
Yeah,
he's going to be able to power out of this. He is behind on supply right now, 130 to 110.
It's not a devastating amount. That's pretty even, I think.
What, the supply difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And considering they're both on 3 base, it's going to be dicey for Sleep coming up here if he can't make something happen.
The one thing, though, that I really like what HerO did about that is he's trading with the Protoss before the Protoss maxes out. That actually can work really well for him, but he needs to keep the aggression on if he's going to play this kind of style. It looks like he's gearing up for maybe a second wave, but he's got to get a few more. I feel like he's got to get some more Hydras in that composition along with those Roaches, and then he should be able to deal with that pretty easily. And yes, he's going to go in for the second wave right here. So this is his play style. Keep the Protoss from maxing out, keep him on 3rd base and contain him, all the while expanding in the background. It could work out pretty well for him.
He has a lot of Roaches coming in right here, and he might be able to pick off another Colossus, but it looks like he missed that opportunity. He should sick a few Corruptors on that, bringing a few Roaches back.
I like that.
He will take that out. This is a lot of Roaches right here. He could potentially break HerO. Great force fields from HerO thus far, but so many Roaches.
I think that's enough Roaches for HerO here.
He might be able to sleep. He might be able to break him.
Yeah, HerO is actually falling apart right now. A lot of his forces are going down, and that attack actually working out wonders for Sleep. This high aggression style of Zerg play is exactly the key. The keys to victory here, not allowing the Protoss to max out, because that is where HerO is best. We saw that in his games against Sheth, and HerO is not going to be able to hold on here. There's just too many forces flooding in. The Lings are going to come in and kill off the rest of the Sentries and Stalkers, and Sleep makes it look easy.
Yeah, beautiful play from Sleep right here. Just massing up units. He has that macro hatch. He's on 3 base comfortably, just flooding HerO right now. And that goes back to that first attack that we saw with the Corruptors super early on. He picked off those 2 Colossus right there.
Yeah, that was huge.
And that was huge for him. And now he's making a Muta switch with the Corruptors here.
I love this so much.
I really like it.
The Muta switch is super unpredictable.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's going to be so difficult. I mean, he's warping in a ton of Zealots right now to deal with this. He doesn't have any Stalkers left over. Zealot Sentry not going to be able to deal with a Muta switch.
Check it. We got Dark Shrine coming up right here.
When in doubt,
DTs.
When losing, drop the Dark Shrine. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. It's
rolling
like roll
the dice, baby.
It really doesn't cost the Protoss much, and it's kind of their get out of jail free cards. It really is a helpful little tool that can get them back in the game, but we'll see. The Mutalisks have now revealed themselves. They're going to try to power down this expansion. All the probes just getting whittled apart. I love how he's using the probes on hold position, though. The Lings cannot get in there, so good control right there. And it looks like the Mutalisks are going to be deflected for now, and the DT Shrine is on the way, so it's almost about to warp in. He's going to try to surprise Sleep, but you know, Sleep's already got spores from the previous attack of Void Rays and Phoenixes.
Well, it looks like this Mutalisk switch might be backfiring a little bit. I don't know, but the thing is he's going to be able to keep HerO bottled up inside his base with the mutas for quite some time. He's taking a 5th and 6th base right now on top of this.
So losing one expansion here is not going to be game ending. He's just got so many to fall back to. And look, there are spores and spines everywhere. The DT switch, I don't think this time the dice rolled very well for HerO.
Are the DTs headed out on the map right now?
Oh,
yes,
sure
they are. We have 3 DTs headed out, and they're going to start cleaving up these expansions.
I don't know. This one might go down.
Hard.
This one might go down, but you know, there's
Look
spores
how fast
and
2
spines.
DTs still hatch. Dude.
I know.
Like what?
They do 50 damage.
Like
man.
what are you supposed to do? They do 45 plus 5. What are his upgrades at, man?
He's got +1, so he's doing 50
50
damage.
a shot?
He's slicing and dicing his way through like a butcher cutting through some meat. How do you like your hatcheries served up, my friend?
I don't even play Zerg, but this is
Filet
painful.
mignon hatcheries.
Just absolutely sliced and diced. 2 expansions will go down. He doesn't want to have anything to do with that. He is going to push here. These 2 Archons could
kill off all
work
the Mutalisks.
wonders on these mutas. I don't know if he has enough. It's going to be close here. I think HerO's going to be able to hold on. The Archon's doing a ton of damage.
He's not going to be able to do it. Oh, it's going to be so close to Stalkers. Are there going to be enough?
He needs more reinforcement Stalkers immediately. He's losing so much here.
And the Lings are starting to flood in.
Mutas are dropping.
Arriving. I think HerO's going to fall apart here. It's just too many forces from Sleep. Sleep not going to commit. Oh my god.
Wow.
But you know what? All those DTs did kill off those 2 hatcheries, so he's limiting the Zerg player to only 4 bases right now. HerO still in this game, trying to hold on. The Lings have come in to attack the Stalkers, and it looks like HerO doesn't have enough reinforcements. He's running out of resources. That's the last of his units coming out.
Oh
Stalkers,
my
is it
god,
enough?
it's coming down to the wire here. More Zerglings flooding in though, and I think that is going to seal the deal. Sleep coming out on top in game 1. It looks like
And
GG.
GG.